What is up, everyone? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 17 Baek Battles. Sorry for no videos on the weekend. I was actually busy streaming the International Challenge, and if you want to go check out that Twitch VOD, I will put it down in the link in the description down below. And yeah, if you can't tell, my voice sounds a bit different. I think it's because of allergies, but I don't know. This is the episode 99, which means the episode is 100. It's one episode away. However, unfortunately, that won't be one day. Unfortunately, it's going to take a while for me to get episode 100 because it's going to be a very special episode. I have something very, very special planned, and I need time. I need time to get that episode recorded, edited. There's a lot of stuff. I need time to prepare for that episode. So, I'll probably be taking a bit off. From episodes of VGC 17 Baek Battles. There will be probably live streams, though. I can do live streams, but I don't want to record like episodes that aren't 100 that, you know, aren't as great as episode 100 is going to be before I do episode 100. Like, I could go to episode 101 and skip episode 100. I'm not going to do that. But today's team, if you can't tell, you're probably looking at this and saying, what the heck is this, James? This is a Generation One only team, and yeah, this was an idea I actually had a long time ago. I just never fully built it, and I've kind of thought, why not? It'd be kind of fun, so I put some ideas together that I had in the past, and we're going with it. Kangaskhan, Machamp, Starmie, Arcanine, Magneton, and Gengar. We only have really 2 common Pokemon. The rest we really don't see anymore. Of course, let's get right into it. Now, Machamp is a Pokemon that everyone should know. It's won 2 World Championships in seniors in 2013 and 2015. And Kangaskhan, obviously, very powerful when it had a Mega Evolution. But since it doesn't have a Mega, I don't know. Can it be used? But we'll see here. My rating's 1886. We're probably going to drop the first few games, to be honest, because I'm not very confident on this team. I have not really played this team much. It's a Fury team. I've only played maybe 1 best of 3 with this team. And I don't know, it should be fun though. I'm really excited to have some fun with this team. That's kind of what this is all about, having some fun with a very cool team. It's got a lot of tricks up its sleeve. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully we can have some really good battles with this team. I don't think this team is the most solid, to be honest. It's very weak to some stuff. Very weak to Kartana, very weak to Tapu Koko. But otherwise, I think it has fair matchups against a lot of things. Maybe Trick Room can give it a problem, but I do have some Trick Room answers. So let's see how this is going to go. Also, today I became a Twitch affiliate, which means I'm kind of like in between. I'm kind of like below a Twitch partner, I guess. It's kind of like a smaller Twitch partner, to be honest. But I will be able to, I don't know, I think I get bits, and they said something maybe later that there might be, I could get like subscriptions on Twitter. I don't know what it's all about yet because it's still in the beta phase. So I don't know what they're going to be doing exactly with Twitch affiliates. But I am one of them now, so I can get bits. Otherwise, that's it, I think. I'm not sure if you get ad revenue, to be honest, as it's going to take a while to find a game. We are very high on the ladder, which does make sense. It's very hard to find games high on the ladder. I think we're like top 5 in the United States right now, and we are, I want to say, top 30 in the world currently. I believe that's what my rating is. To be honest, I do expect it to drop after this episode, just because this team, I don't think, is a team you would expect to do well, to be honest. But we're going to try. We're going to try. We are going to try. And we're going to try to win. We're going to try to win. So maybe I'll cut out. I don't know. But yeah, I will be streaming more on Twitch, by the way. If you missed that Twitch stream, it was like a 6-hour stream. Well, 3 hours, because I split the stream 3 and 3 because my voice was getting tired. But yeah, there were 6 hours of streaming on Sunday, which was yesterday. So definitely missed out. You can check out the VODs. We had some crazy games. And yeah, definitely should go check it out. I won't be posting it to YouTube. Maybe I'll do a highlight reel of like the best moments. I don't know. I'm not that kind of guy, so we'll see. But I think I'm going to cut out till we find the battle, so we'll be right back. Alright, we finally found someone. Cole from Italy with a 1728 rating. That took forever. That took 10 minutes, people. We got the team of Murkrow, Marowak, Porygon Z, Tapu Lele, Milotic, and Kartana. And Kartana is very annoying for this team, so that's something that I'm going to have to watch out for. If it's Scarf Kartana, I'm in a bit of trouble. Okay, Kangaskhan actually could do well here. I think I have an inner focus on Kangaskhan though, because I think I put inner focus on to, so it doesn't really hit Marowak at all. That's a problem. Don't know what my opponent's really going for. I like the Porygon Z is like very confusing. I don't know if it's like Trick Room or Z conversion. Because Z-Move could be on Kartana, Tapu Lele, or Porygon Z, to be honest. I don't really need Magneton to start off the game. Tapu Lele is very scary. Maybe I want to go Gengar, because Gengar is pretty solid against my opponent's team. Maybe Gengar Kangaskhan. Gengar Kangaskhan might seem alright. Yeah, I'm actually going to go Gengar Kangaskhan, I think. Seems pretty solid against my opponent's team. And I think I'm going to bring Starmie and Magneton in the back. Because I need something to handle my Milotic. My team doesn't really do well against my Milotic. So that's kind of an issue actually with this team. I don't have a counter to my Milotic. So let's see how this is going to work. I honestly have no idea how this is going to work. But Kangaskhan Gengar actually seems like a solid lead in my mind. It does. I think, because I do have some tricks on the Gengar. So let's see how this is going to go. My loaded Kangaskhan is going to be my opponent's lead. Alright. So the problem is I don't know what kind of Kartana that is, which is a bit annoying because I don't know what kind of Kartana set that is. My Milotic's a Pokemon I could leave on the field for now since it doesn't really do much damage offensive-wise. Is that Shiny Kangaskhan? Oh, I don't like Shiny Kangaskhan, to be honest. I actually prefer normal Kangaskhan. I actually didn't realize that when my friend traded me over. So I can sub here, which I do have sub for. And I think I'll go for Fake Out into Kartana. There's a chance he could switch into Tapu Lele, or he could go for a Protect with Kartana, but I think Fake Out's just the best play. It breaks a potential Focus Sash. I could Shadow Ball to Kartana next turn, which should pick up the knock on Kartana, which I am hoping for. I want Gengar behind the sub if possible, because I would like sub on it right here. We are going to see my Milotic switch out, and I'm guessing that's Tapu Lele. Good play. So I could have just went for Rock Tomb, I guess. The problem is if that's Scarf Tapu Lele, because Scarf Tapu Lele is very, very scary for this team. As we fake out the Kartana, we do set up a substitute with Gengar. And let's see if it's like a Sacred Sword or Smart Strike. Going to be that Smart Strike and turning down the Gengar slot. So I at least negate a bit of damage, but now I do confirm that the Kartana's not a... what's called? I do confirm that the Kartana's not a Scarf variant, so it might be Scarf Tapu Lele. I guess I'm going to confirm right now with a Rock Tomb into Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele might protect. Not sure if it would switch out, to be honest. If he switches out of Milotic, this is pretty bad. But I don't think he has any reason to go into Milotic right now. If he has protect, unless he has Specs. Maybe if he Specs. But I can see him firing off a Psychic and Sacred Sword if he's Scarf. So, having a Rock Tomb allows me to outspeed the Tapu Lele with the Gengar, which is very crucial as Tapu Lele is going to switch out into Murkrow, though. Okay. I don't really mind that too much, as we will protect Gengar, because Gengar is very necessary to handle my opponent's team. As we're going to see the Smart Strike again into the Gengar slot, which I do not mind. Rock Tomb coming out into that Murkrow, which is going to do a decent amount of damage, actually. That's not bad damage at all. But this Murkrow can set up Tailwind or can go for Quash, so that is pretty bad. I think my best play is to go into Magneton right here. So I will go into Magneton. I think going for Circle Drill is actually the best play here, because I could force my opponent out, and Kartana's actually very threatening right now under Tailwind if it does get Tailwind up. So I'm actually going to Circle Drill Kartana. It also breaks a Sash, and even if I go for Rock Tomb, it can go, like, Murkrow can always Quash, which is very annoying. So I think it's the best play possible. Shiny Magneton too? My opponent does not, like, my friend does not have good taste in shinies. Smart Strike's going to come out, targeting down the Magneton. That is going to make me lose my Sturdy, but I will trade my Sturdy any day for the knockout onto this Kartana. Well, not the Kartana, but break the Sash. So Kartana's going to be into my Milotic. Excellent. That's beautiful. Because I get a free Thunderbolt off now, or a Volt Switch if I want. I think I just want to Thunderbolt Murkrow. As much as I want to get rid of my Milotic right here, it's not really worth. The reason why I don't think it's really worth targeting down that Milotic slot is because, yes, I would get a lot of damage off, but the problem is right here. I think going for just damage to put it in my Z-move range is better because I don't really need my Z-move. I guess I could handle Tapu Lele, but I could always just weaken Tapu Lele in the game, so that's fine. Scald's going to come out into the Magneton. We do live. We do get a Thunderbolt off, and that will knock out the Murkrow most likely. So Murkrow is going down, so that means I don't have to worry about Quash for the rest of the game, which is actually pretty huge. So Murkrow's going to go down, as we will get a return off into this Tapu Lele. I mean, this Milotic. Oh, wait, I didn't max out the happiness at all. I should put Facade on this Kangaskhan. I guess I'll do that after this battle. Kartana's going to come back out. I don't know what he's going to go for. I'd imagine he goes for Sacred Sword into Magneton and a attack into Kangaskhan. That's very risky for me though if he goes for Scald and Magneton. Because I really want to switch back into my Gengar. Scald won't knock out Gengar, but that's so risky. I think he's trying to get the Beast Boost, which is the reason why I want to make this play. Or I could go on to Starmie, because Starmie is actually very safe. Yeah, I'm going to actually go into Starmie, because I don't need my Focus Sash for much here. And I'm going to return to Milotic again. Actually, anything else would have done more damage, but what I'm going to try to do, stall out this Tailwind, because that allows my Starmie to outspeed this Kartana. So let's see how this is going to work, no matter what. Okay, Sacred Sword, and it's targeting down my Kangaskhan. Okay, that did a lot more damage than I thought. Here comes the Scald into my Starmie, so we will be able to take this. Hopefully no burn. Well, I guess burn wouldn't be too detrimental. Return is going to go out into the Milotic. That's not going to do much. Weirdness disappears from the battlefield, which is pretty good. And I'm going to go for my Protect with Starmie right here. As Tailwind, he does have one more turn. As I guess I'll go for the return onto the Milotic slot. Just try to get some damage on Milotic. As we will Protect with Starmie for this turn. And let's see what this Milotic is going to go for. It's going to be a Leaf Blade into the Starmie slot. And probably a Scald and a Kangaskhan just to finish it up. Yep. Even with the Assault Vest we probably won't live. Yep. Which is exactly what I wanted because I get a free switch into Magneton. And since I'm Scarf Magneton, I do outspeed his Milotic. So I will be able to go out into my Magneton and click Thunderbolt. And I don't remember if I'm Modest or Timid, actually. I really don't. Because I asked my friend for the set like 2 weeks ago. I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Fire into Kartana. Not sure my opponent expects it. And I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt into my Milotic. I could see Kartana switching on the top of the leg, expecting Hidden Power Fire from the Magneton. Which is definitely a possible play, but getting the damage and just trying to see what kind of Tapu Lele is will be good for my team to confirm. So let's see what my opponent decides to do here. I really want to see what my opponent's going to do here. If it's Scarf Tapu Lele, that's so annoying for my team. I'm hoping that his Kartana might decide to stay in because of the fact that, yeah, but Kartana protects, which is okay for me. As long as my Milotic doesn't protect here. Nice, we get a Thunderbolt off. It's not Walking Berry, so Thunderbolt, not going to pick up the knockout. Actually going to heal it with a berry, it looks like. It's going to be the Citrus Berry. Okay. And we will go for the Hidden Power Fire into the Kartana, as the Scald is going to finish off the Magneton, which is alright. Okay. And I can't let my opponent get a free switch into Tapu Lele. Well, safely. Okay, if that is Scar Tapu Lele, I think I do lose here. I think I'm going to go for Hidden Power Fire back into Kartana once again. And Sludge Wave through Protect would put my Milotic in Scald range. So I'm going to go for the Acid Downpour, but I'm going to target the Kartana slot as well. The reason is if my opponent tries to switch into Tapu Lele on that slot, that's really good for me because I catch the Lele on the switch and will pick up the knockout guaranteed. In case it's like a bulky Scarf Lele, which I have seen in the past. So we're going to see the Hidden Power Fire come out into the Kartana, which is going to pick up the knockout. Yep. So Kartana goes down. Nice. And we will go for our Z move with our Gengar, which will be the Acid Downpour. And this Acid Downpour is great for helping out with Tapu Finis, which gives his team a bit of trouble. So, going to go for the Acid Downpour, and it is going to target down this Milotic. However, it is a question of what my opponent does have in the back. As Milotic will go down, and now comes down to basically, is my opponent's Scarf on the Tapu Lele? I have to confirm it right now. Tapu Lele is going to come out. If it had Scarf, we're in so much trouble. He has Tailwind though, so he might not be Scarf. I'm going to confirm it with Starmie right here. I'm going to go for Scald into the Tapu Lele and just Protect because I do want to Scout. Yes, I do want to Scout for the Tapu Lele Scarf. The match is actually going to be forfeit, so I'm guessing it wasn't Scarf. But we're going to take the first game with this team. Oh my lord. I can't believe we actually took a game. I'm actually surprised we could take a game. But yeah, okay, so my thought process was if that was Scarf Tapu Lele, I would have to really play around that. I think he had to go for Gengar no matter what, because Starmie can't really touch Tapu Lele. So I would have to go for Scald, Protect Gengar, hope he goes for Psychic into the Gengar slot, and then hope that Scald is a 3-hit KO. Which it might have, because most Scarf Tapu Leles are usually more offensive, unless it was like that bulky Scarf Lele that's slower than Coco. That could have been a bit problemsome, but we're 1896 now. Oh boy, people. Oh boy. Oh boy. We are one game from 1900, and I don't think No, I did reach 1900, but that was in Season 1. I haven't done it in Season 2. So, this should be close. This should be close. This is going to be the game deciding, but yeah. I think I played pretty well in the set. Regardless, I'm surprised my opponent didn't Protect my Milotic to give him an extra option. Maybe Recover Stall. Maybe he just thought that Starmie would have went for Thunderbolt there and I would have Shadow Balled. It's still questionable though. Or maybe he didn't have Protect, because some Milogos don't really run Protect. They maybe run Scald, Ice Beam, Toxic, Recover, which definitely could have made sense there. So, not exactly sure. But, you know, just gonna play some more games, and hopefully we are able to win them. I really need to change the move on Kangaskhan. Maybe is Double Edge? I forgot. Is Double Edge a move to? No, Double Edge is a move tutor. Well, it was in the past. I'm guessing it was an egg move, which in case I would either have to breed another Kangaskhan or I would have to just put Facade. And I think putting Facade is kind of worth it, to be honest. Makayo from the United States of Florida with a 1775 rating will be our next opponent. Oh boy, this is one of the more scary teams that I'm kind of afraid of. Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Muck, Porygon 2, Kartana, and the Garchomp. So, very, very scary, threatening team. Machamp though looks pretty good in this matchup though. Machamp looks pretty good in this matchup. So does Kangaskhan actually. Kangaskhan can do a lot of work. The 4 Pokemon I'm most likely going to bring are Starmie, Kangaskhan, Machamp, and Gengar, because those look like the most solid choices for me. So I'm going to go Gengar and Machamp, because I think that covers everything on my opponent's team. It covers the Fini, so Machamp can get basically a Dynamic Punch for free on anything else. Or should I just go the classic Kangaskhan Gengar lead, because that actually seems more solid. In case my opponent lays Tapu Fini, so I can't directly... Because, yeah, I don't want Trick him going up no matter what. Have Machamp in the back after I weaken the Porygon 2 a bit. And Starmie in the back. Magneton, not really that helpful, actually. He does have Inner Power Ice, but doesn't really do much. Arcanine only helps against Kartana. And I don't think my Kartana matchup is that bad. So we'll see how this is going to go. I definitely am afraid of this team. Because this team looks more like the standard type. So we'll see how this goes. If I can get a free sub up with Gengar, that'd be nice though. So my opponent, I don't know what my opponent leads. I'm not sure if it's going to be Garchomp. I'm not sure if it's going to be like Porygon 2 Tapu Fini or something. Arcanine Tapu Fini, alright. I do have the Poison Z that does knock out Tapu Fini, but there are two plays my opponent could make. I could see Protect coming out from Tapu Fini. I could see a switch from Tapu Fini into Kartana. I could see double Protect, to be honest. So I kind of just want to sub with Gengar and Fake Out. Actually, this lead is very nostalgic to me. Or do I just want... I kind of just want to go for Poison Z, to be honest. Because he might not Protect. And I don't think there's a good reason to switch into Kartana right here against a Gengar. I think I want to go for a turn 1. I don't think anyone really expects it. Don't. Oh, it's Muck. Okay. Not as bad, but not as good, because I did waste my Poison Z when I could have just got a nice sub up. So that's pretty bad. Would have been better if I targeted the Arcanine down too, but I do get chip damage on the Muck, which actually might help, because I do need chip damage on the Muck to ensure the knockout with a Machamp, because otherwise I don't really have a good Muck answer either. So we get this acid downpour. Oh my lord, that did a lot actually. That did a hell of a lot actually. Hold up. I need to get Starmie in here somehow for free. And I can't do that with Muck going for knockoffs. I think I'm just going to Protect. Do I want to Circle Throw Muck? That would probably activate its berry. Well, even we're intimidated though, but I still think it would activate its berry. But I think getting Muck out of here is better, because I need to find some way to get some free switching around. So I will Protect Gengar here. Flare Blitz is going to go into the Kangaskhan, which I don't mind, because I really don't need Kangaskhan as much if my opponent didn't bring Porygon 2. That did a lot of damage, but we are able to live that. And Knockoff is going to go out into the Gengar slot. Okay. And I will go for the Circle Throw. It does not miss. Does it activate the berry on Muck? It doesn't, which is great, because Dynamic Punch is looking so good. Oh, my opponent didn't bring Porygon 2. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. But I think my opponent already saw Circle Throw, so I don't think you go for a Trick Room here. And if he does go for Trick Room, I do have my Machamp, which looks like would be the slowest thing in Trick Room other than the Muck, and could do some real havoc onto my opponent's team. So, kind of just want to sub with Gengar and go for a Rock Tomb into Arcanine, to be honest. I think that's the best play possible, because I would get a Substitute off, which prevents a knockout onto Gengar here, as we will get a Rock Tomb off onto Arcanine, which lowers the speed of Arcanine. So I really doubt my opponent goes for Trick Room here. I think he double into Kangaskhan here, potentially. Or he might just try to... Yeah, I think that's Kangaskhan. Yep. Okay, we do live it, which is great. And that Arcanine's really low now. My opponent does set up Trick Room. Okay. Not what I was expecting at all. Not what I was expecting at all, to be honest. But I will protect my Gengar here. And I will sack my Kangaskhan. I don't really mind Kangaskhan going down here. As I can go for return into Arcanine. That's a fine play. I could go for Circle Throw. It's not really a good option. But then again, if Kangaskhan gets attacked, it'd probably be from the Porygon 2. So I'm actually going to protect Gengar and switch out into Hard into Machamp. I get to save Kangaskhan for Fake Out pressure in the late game, which could be pretty helpful. So I will go into Machamp and protect Gengar, because I do want to keep the Sub around, because Sub can help me stall out Trick Room, which is very nice. So let's see what my opponent goes for. It's going to be the Thunderbolt into the Gengar slot. Is it a double up? I think it would be a double up. I don't think there's any reason to target Kangaskhan. Yep. Good play by my opponent. I think I could just attack Arcanine and sub again, to be honest. I don't see a way that my opponent really goes for Gengar here again. I'm just going to sub up, and I think I'm going to go for... Poison Jab doesn't knock out Arcanine at range. I think I'll Dynamic Punch the Arcanine, because I do want to pick up a knockout on Arcanine. We're going to see the Thunderbolt, and it's going to go out into the Gengar slot, so I do make the right call. Because I think he wants to get rid of the Gengar, because Gengar is a threat to his team, like it really is. And we're going to get rid of the Arcanine, which is going to be my opponent's only way to intimidate me, which is very good for my team. And even though that Rock Tomb did lower the Arcanine's speed, this Machamp is still very slow, people. Just saying. As we will get another substitute up with Gengar, so the mist disappears from the battlefield, but it's going to be reset again. So Tapu Fini will be coming back out. Yep. I need to find a way to start doing damage to Tapu Fini. I wonder what he's going to go for this turn. He'd probably have to double into Gengar, because Gengar is a really big threat to his team. I think I just double protect here. Because I don't see a reason not to. Like, Tapu Fini could go for Calm Mind, but I really don't see that play when Machamp is threatening the Porygon 2 for heavy damage, as well as the Tapu Fini if you don't know if I have Poison Jab, and you would probably assume I would have Poison Jab, so let's see. I would expect Muddy Water, Thunderbolt, or maybe a Moonblast into the Machamp, so let's see. Oh, he is going to have Calm Mind. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I don't really mind that too much, because I still get the Sludge Bomb off into Tapu Fini, and maybe I'll go for Poison Jab this turn? Poison Jab should be a 2 KO regardless, I think. Yeah, I'm going to Poison Jab Sludge Bomb the Tapu Fini. I don't think there's a play for me going for Wide Guard here. Thunderbolt's going to go off into the Gengar. So, Muddy Water might be a thing, but I do have... Poison Jab should be a 2 KO, if I'm not mistaken. So we will go for the Poison Jab. This is going to do... Oh, wow, that did nothing. And a Moonblast is actually going to come out and target down the Gengar, probably predicting the Wide Guard. So I'm glad I didn't go for that. But that doesn't knock out Gengar. No special attack drop, which is fantastic. Sludge Bomb going to go into Tapu Fini. But that activates a berry, doesn't it? Oh, it's leftovers. Okay. That's actually really helpful because no matter what, Tapu Fini is going down to another Trick Room. Great. And the Twisted Dimensions return to normal, which is great. Because I can go for Sludge Bomb into the Tapu Fini slot. Yep, I want to go for it. No, go for Dynamic Punch into the Porygon 2. No matter what he does, unless he switches out his Tapu Fini into Muck, I'm not in a bad position. And even if he switches out Tapu Fini into Muck, he still doesn't dress my Machamp in its current position. So I am looking really solid with my board positioning right here. And to be honest, I feel very confident right here because Dynamic Punch will 2 a KO Porygon 2. I don't care what kind of Porygon 2 you are. As we will get the Sludge Bomb on Tapu Fini. That's a big mistake, pal. Now you don't have a way to stop Machamps. Critical hit does not matter there. Critical hit does not matter there. And we're going to get the Dynamic Punch off into the Porygon 2, which should do 60... Oh, yeah, 60-70%. Watch Machamp flex on this guy. Thunderbolt's going to come out. Target down to Gengar. So Gengar's going to go down, but at what cost, really? As Curse Ball is going to disable the Thunderbolt. Doesn't really matter at this point. I can bring out my Kangaskhan at this point, I guess. And just click Fake Out onto the Muck. Because I don't really care if I activate Berry anymore. Because Machamp should be able to solo this game. Maybe Dynamic Punch knocks out the Muck at this range. I think I'm going to go for Fake Out into Porygon 2 and just a Dynamic Punch into Muck. I'm going to see if it actually picks the KO. If the Muck doesn't protect, which it should. But it doesn't actually, so Fake Out into the Porygon 2. As the Dynamic Punch will come out from the Machamp into the Muck. Picks up the KO. Machamp is flexing on my opponent. And yeah, nice, nice, excellent. Beautiful, beautiful. Machamp gets 3 KOs here. That's beautiful. And I will go for Circle Throw into the Porygon 2 and a Dynamic Punch into the Porygon 2. And that will be enough to finish this game. Machamp getting 3 KOs in this game with that Dynamic Punch. Ah, Machamp, you are beautiful today. And I think... Okay, this was a very short episode of VGC 17 Back-to-Back Battles. But it just took me so long to find opponents. This one took... Well, actually, no. Wait, no. The last one took 10 minutes. I'm surprised we found a quick one. But I actually can't tell with my timer now. because it's like at 40 minutes while I'm recording, so I don't know if I actually did 30 minutes or not. But I think we're going to leave it at here. We reached 1900s with the Machamp team. I'm actually shocked. I'm actually shocked as you guys out there. But if you like this video, please leave a like down below. It really shows your support. And yeah, I can't believe this team worked. If you want to check out the rest of the videos, if you have missed any, down below in the description there is a playlist. And of course, episode 100 is the next episode. We're not using the Machamp team, well, the Generation 1 team, unfortunately, but it's going to be a rocking episode anyway, so I highly recommend checking it out. We'll be coming out in probably sometime around in the next few days. It's going to take a lot of recording from me, but otherwise, yeah, I think that's it. I'll see you around in another video.